Hey guys, today I'm going to film a foundation routine. I pretty much discovered my favorite foundation I've ever tried. It is the Estee Lauder Invisible Fluid Makeup. My color is 2CN2, and this is an amazing color match for me. I can only put it on certain parts of my face if I want, and it just blends in perfectly. I'm really impressed with this. I like it better than the Chanel Vitalumiere Aqua, which is similar. It's a bit more expensive, but I find that this is a better texture and it just looks more natural. It doesn't even look like I'm wearing makeup when I wear this, so this is amazing. So yeah, I'm just going to show you what I put on my face. I'm not wearing any makeup at all now, and I'm not going to say that I hope I don't scare you, but whatever. The only thing I'm wearing now is this moisturizer. It's Aveeno Fresh Essentials Nourishing Moisturizer. It's oil-free with SPF 30, and I really like this. So I've been using this for about a week. You have to shake it. It's a lot like the Chanel one. So I just take my Real Techniques buffing brush, and I put about a pea-sized amount on. Like that. And then I just buff it in, and this blends so easily that it takes me like a minute to do my foundation. I just put a little bit on my face. I just put whatever's left on my forehead because I don't find that I really need any coverage there. And I would say that this is a light to medium coverage. It's not going to cover every single thing on your face. If you can see, I still have freckles and stuff. I usually put a thin layer all over my face. I don't use very much, but then this is something where if you forget to blend it down your neck, it's not even going to really make a difference, which is awesome. And I just take a tiny bit extra and just put it on my cheeks to cover my redness, and if I have any chin stuff going on, then I just cover that too. And this foundation has no SPF, so that's why I wear the moisturizer with SPF 30 underneath. I really like that because then I can kind of customize it. I can put sunscreen under if I want, or I can use it for nighttime with flash photography. And it's kind of rare to find a foundation with no SPF whatsoever. Normally they just have a really low number, like SPF 5 or something. For a concealer under my eyes, I'm using the Maybelline Age Rewind, and this seems to be going really fast. I've only had it for about 2 weeks and it's already like going down. I don't know yet. So I just put this under my eyes and blend it in with my fingers. I'm normally doing this at like 7:30 in the morning really fast. And I like how I don't really need to work hard with this stuff. And I just have a little red spot on my cheek that I'm going to conceal, because I'm too lazy to get anything else. So that is my face makeup done. And I don't know if it's coming up on camera, but it doesn't even look like I'm wearing anything. I have dry skin and this never cakes up on me. I wore it yesterday for about 13 hours and it still looked okay at the end of the day. It didn't look amazing, but it didn't look like I had been like through hell and back. I really like how it sits on my skin. It's a very natural coverage. I wouldn't even call it dewy. I think it would be okay at controlling oil unless you were very oily skinned, but I think it works for dry skin really well. And I'm really impressed. I would definitely moisturize before, but I would recommend that to anyone. If you have oily skin, you could put on like a mattifying primer. but I would really recommend getting a sample of this. It's really light. It doesn't feel like you're wearing anything on your skin. It's the best foundation I've ever tried. And that's saying a lot because I have a lot right now. I was going through my stash the other day and I have 10 face products, like BB cream, tinted moisturizer, foundation. I have 10. And this is the best out of all of them. Some of them are high-end, some are drugstore, so yeah. Another thing I bought is the Chanel Bronze Universal Soleil Tan de Chanel, whatever it's called. It's a splurge, I know, but I just really wanted it for summer. And the Estee Lauder foundation is $42, I think, in Canada, and it's $38 in the States. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm like maybe $1 off. But I think that's reasonable. It's about the same as Clinique foundations, maybe a tiny bit more, but it's not horrible, and it's cheaper than the Chanel one. So I just kind of lightly contour with this Bronze Universal. I'm using my Real Techniques contour brush. I do find that this is a little small for cream bronzer. So I have the massive Eco Tools bronzing brush, which I'll show you in a second, but that one's too big. So I'm kind of looking for something inexpensive and kind of a mid-size for this. So I put this a bit on my temples and I blend it in after with my foundation brush so it doesn't look like I have orange on my face. But I really like this cream bronzer. I do find that you have to blend it in pretty well though. And I also like to put a tiny bit of NARS Laguna on top just so it lasts longer. And Laguna is a bit more of a neutral bronzer, so it kind of balances it out a bit. Okay, so NARS Laguna. I just wanted to mention, this is an amazing bronzer as well. It's less expensive and matte and pretty dark. It's the Bahama Mama bronzer from The Balm. If I want like a dark, like a tan look, then I use this. And I think it's $19, which is pretty inexpensive for a bronzer that's really decent quality. And I really like it. It is more of like a contour, like it would never look orange on anyone. It's like a nice brown color, but I really love that. I'm just using Laguna because it's a bit lighter. I'm already wearing bronzer underneath. So I just put this kind of on the backs of my cheeks. Put a tiny bit on my nose and chin. Then I bring it down my neck. And I love how fast it is to apply with this massive brush. It's from Eco Tools. The last step is highlighting. And I'm not going to show you blush because I change that every day, but I use this most days. It's the Gemma Kid Makeup School Dewy Glow in Ice Gold. And I ordered this on ebeauty.ca, so if you're Canadian you want to try that, that's a great website. They have free shipping, I think, like over $25. So I just put a little bit on my cheekbones. And I think this is a really great daytime summer highlighter. I put a tiny bit down my nose. And a little bit on my brow bone usually. And a tiny bit on my Cupid's bow. So all my face makeup is done. I might do a tutorial after on the rest of my makeup, but in the future, if I do tutorials, this is going to be the foundation that I'm wearing. I would wear this for day or night. I think it's like natural enough for daytime, but even and like flawless enough for night. And it's really light, so I like wearing it in the summer. And also, I don't wear any powder when I'm wearing this foundation. I find that it really lasts well on my skin. If I was going to powder, I would use a tiny bit of the MAC MSF Natural. So, yeah, I really am so happy with this foundation routine. Like, I've been looking for a foundation like this for so long, and I'm really glad I found it. So, yeah, definitely pick up a sample. The Estee Lauder counter, the people were really kind. They're really. I went to the Eaton Center, and I had a really great experience. They tried it on my skin, and I didn't even need a sample. I was just like set on it, and I just bought it. Because in Canada, we have really great return policies. But yeah, definitely get them to try it on your face. And they have a great color selection too. It goes from like really pale to really dark. I'm probably like a light medium skin tone right now, and I'm 2CN2. So if you are pale, the the 1CN1 or 1WN1 would probably match. And they have really dark ones too. So yeah, that was my foundation routine. I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching. Bye!